to a Tech Moment on Cannabis Tech. I'm your host, Christina Etter. In this podcast, we take just a few minutes to talk about the exciting science and technology that's changing and impacting the cannabis and hemp industries all across the nation. And today, we have a super special episode for you because, as you can tell, we're live on site at Hau Processing. We're here to talk about this new Rotachrom, ICPC, or centrifugal partition chromatography. So guys, tell me a little bit about your background and what led you to the role that you're in today.
I studied chemistry at the University of Colorado at Denver, and after that began working in analytical chemistry in a variety of labs, environmental labs, state labs, and whatnot. Most recently, I was a senior field service engineer for a major manufacturer of mass spectrometers. In that role, I installed, serviced, and maintained LCMS instrumentation in laboratories throughout the US, trained people on how to use it, and so on. Just prior to that, I was the groundwater chemist for the state of Colorado. In that role, I overhauled the groundwater lab, modernizing their instrumentation and bringing their methods up to date with current available technology. I also developed a novel method for the detection of 84 pesticides in groundwater with no sample prep. That was noteworthy because it removed a big bottleneck in the processing of samples for laboratories. And it is important because it allows states and appropriate agencies to monitor the environment for pollution and contamination, say under a region where there's heavy agricultural activity. So there we're talking about pesticides and nitrates and things that could influence our groundwater and consequently our drinking water. From there, I moved to Rotachrom and became involved in technical services where I handle a variety of aspects with regard to chemistry and engineering aspects of installations of Rotachrom equipment, servicing of it, again, training users to use it, and even some method development. So that is what brought me to Rotachrom. I'm very interested in the cannabis industry, primarily because I believe the body has a very large number of cannabinoid receptors. In fact, there's actually an endocannabinoid system. And we know that plants engage with these receptors and cause certain effects. And so I think there's just a tremendous area of science and study needed to facilitate further understanding of how cannabinoids and the human endocannabinoid system work. So that's fundamental to my interest in Rotachrom and the processing of hemp materials to derive, say, CBD-like products.
Hi, so yes, I started my career in pharmaceuticals as a validation engineer, consulting for Pfizer and Novartis for about a year, and then gradually shifted over to project management and engineering design for KBI Biopharma in Boulder, Colorado, shortly while they were developing and building out their 300-liter small-scale manufacturing suite. But coming into this industry with my pharmaceutical background, I felt that there was an opportunity to bring a sense of legitimacy to the CBD space through compliance and being able to provide high-quality products consistently to our clients. So as a result, my role here at Hau Processing is to oversee all aspects of operations and ensure that our product not only meet our clients' standards, but also our own quality standards.
So guys, thanks so much for having us here today and inviting Cannabis Tech on site. I'm curious, what was the methodology behind this partnership? What brought Hau Processing and Rotachrom together to build this phenomenal facility that we just toured?
So I'll kind of talk about the facility itself first to start. So our facility is built, when we first designed this facility, we kind of designed it to ensure that our clients have all of their hemp processing needs all under one roof. So we built this place out to meet GMP manufacturing practices, as well as we built it with safety in mind. There's a lot of companies out there that are extracting, but they're not extracting with safety in mind, and I think that plays a critical role in how you should build this facility out. And I'm going to let Kelly continue a little bit more.
Sure. Hau has a good reputation in the botanical extract business. Rotachrom was looking for a partner to showcase our equipment, and we were able to reach an agreement with Hau where we would install the equipment, maintain and service it, offer application support, and ongoing upgrades over time to further enhance the production of their products. So a great partnership for us, really founded on the fact that Hau really has a good reputation in the business.
And kind of going off of that too, so we have both the RCPC and the PCPC here at this facility, and in doing so, it kind of allows us to do method development on the RCPC, the smaller system, while scaling up to the PCPC, and kind of having that advantage, the state-of-the-art equipment to be able to do method development and production, I think gives us a head and shoulder advantage over the rest of the industry. Our clients demand consistent product and quality, and I think chromatography with this system, it allows us to kind of provide that for our clients.
Now, specifically about this facility, let's talk about this because you have about 15,000 square feet of processing space here. And of course, we're going to show the images in the video with the audience, but can you just kind of reiterate a little bit about what it is that you have here in this facility?
Yeah, definitely. So in the video, you can see that we have two different suites. The first suite we have is what we call our upstream suite or our extraction suite. And here in this facility, we work with farmers to go from hemp all the way to final product to isolate. So the first suite allows us to really extract with minus 40 ethanol, cryogenic extraction, to be able to pull all that CBD content out from the plant. And then over in this suite, in the purification suite, we distill the crude that comes out and further refine and concentrate the product so we can offer the purest of products to our clients.
Now, Kelly, tell me a little bit about the CPC technology itself and what makes this different from, say, other legacy chromatography systems that we've seen used in extraction facilities in the past.
Sure. There's two primary differences. First, our technology does not use silica gel or a solid media. We use a liquid stationary phase. And that's noteworthy. It leads into the second point. Every run, every separation that we perform is performed with refresh stationary phase. If we compare that with solid silica gel, every run on a column chromatography system slightly deteriorates the solid media, and that reduces the efficiency of the separation. So we don't have that problem with our process. We offer solvent recycling, scalability, so we go from research grade levels up to industrial quantities. We offer sustainable operational costs. So because you can recycle the solvent, you're able to reuse it and you're not buying bulk amounts of new solvent. And it's also very easy, given the two systems, to modify the separation chemistry that a customer might be using. You can do research on the small unit. When you're happy with the separation, bring it up to the industrial scale partition chromatography equipment. And finally, system integration and automation. Rotachrom is working continually to enhance automation across all aspects of the process. And we feel like we are a leader in there, and Hau is definitely integral in helping us push that process forward.
So let's dive into that a little bit. You mentioned the word automation, and automation is critical in the processes all across the industry. So you've come from a pharmaceutical background. Tell me a little bit about what automation does for the facility and for your processing methods.
Yeah, so automation in and of itself is kind of being able to operate equipment without needing human interactions, right? So the system runs itself, it replenishes itself, And by doing so, it allows us to kind of remove the human error aspects of whatever piece of equipment that you're working on. And so in doing so, it allows us to provide consistent quality products over and over again to our clients without having to worry about, did something happen during the processing step that created that fault.
And I think that is so important. Like we talked about on the tour, as cannabis and hemp start to move toward this consumer packaged goods sort of industry, it's that consistency that the FDA and the USDA is going to say, hey, you have to do this in order to make these products consumable for humans. So I think it's the consistency, and automation is just going to be a part of our industry from here on out. Now, a facility like this is obviously a giant investment. So talk to me a little bit about your motivation and what is the overall mission you're trying to accomplish with a facility of this caliber?
Yeah, so when we first kind of designed this facility, we wanted to kind of design it with the hopes of being to provide for our clients all of their needs under one roof. For us, coming from the pharmaceutical side, everything was regulated for us. There was standards that we had to meet. Coming over here to the CBD side, there wasn't really any regulations involved. And so, building a facility like this, I think we're the pioneer to being able to provide the legitimacy to this industry. But hopefully, moving forward, there's other facilities like ours so that clients can have the confidence that, CBD is manufactured properly, similar to any other drug you would take in the pharmaceutical world.
So Kelly, with Rotachrom specifically, what's the overall mission or goal of partnering with Hau Processing and being involved in this facility as well?
So Hau Processing, providing Rotachrom with a reference facility is wonderful for Rotachrom because Rotachrom equipment here is fully operational, performing automated separation chemistry on an industrial scale. And so that allows us to bring in potential customers, allow them to view the process and really immerse in centrifugal partition chromatography and see how it operates, what it takes, ask questions of current users, and just really explore the technology and determine whether it's a good fit for their business.
So how does this facility actually help other hemp producers? If there's another hemp producer that wants to come here and take a look at what you've done, how does that benefit them, and what can they expect when they visit?
Yeah, so if anyone wants to reach out to us, we have our website, www.hauprocessing.com. You can definitely reach us there. We can kind of start the conversation or collaboration on any needs that you have. But as far as coming here to this facility, I think they'll be able to see the standard that the FDA will eventually want out of any processing facility. Yeah, so visitors can visit us or schedule a visit at www.hauprocessing.com. And once they visit here, they can kind of see the standard that the FDA will eventually want other processing companies to have. We want to be able to be the pioneer in this, but we want other companies to see and have confidence that you can build consistent quality products every time.
And what about for Rotachrom, Kelly? In terms of bringing your clients here to tour this facility, how does that benefit you and your clients?
So people that are interested in Rotachrom technology can visit our website, which is www.rotachrom.com. There's a contact form on there, which allows them to request additional information, but also even to schedule a visit with Hau Processing. And there are also links to YouTube videos that Rotachrom has prepared demonstrating different aspects of centrifugal partition chromatography.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to be here today to tour this phenomenal facility, and we appreciate you inviting Cannabis Tech in for this behind-the-scenes view. And it's incredible to see the professionalism and the technology that's helping to advance the hemp industry and, like you said, puts a little legitimacy behind the processing and make sure that we have those consistent, safe products for hemp consumers. Kudos to both of you on this partnership. I truly believe that this is the way of the future for the hemp industry and hemp producers, and we definitely appreciate you bringing us inside and letting our audience at Cannabis Tech really get this insider's view. I know they're going to love it.
Very nice. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you.